Hey guys, we're back for video number 2, and you can probably guess because I'm wearing the same shirt as the last video. Go me. So I'm gonna make cupcakes. I already had fun with the first round, which was cookies, and now I've already had some fun with the cupcakes. I haven't even made them yet. I didn't buy cupcake liners when I did my groceries last night for these videos. Thankfully, I live close enough to a store I went and got some, and for some reason, because it was a small store, all they had was really expensive, small quantity of like Reynolds wrap. Is that what it is? Reynolds? With like aluminum foil. They had like 30 of them for like $2, or I can get 150 paper Wilton ones for $3. So I got the 150 ones because they had just simple black ones, and I'm making devil's food cake, so I want the black ones because then the design on top, like the decoration, is going to be the standpoint, rather than, you know, the aluminum foil on the outside. So I have all my ingredients already. I did also already mix my dry because I want to do less dishes. I'm doing 3 videos in a row. As few dishes as possible is great. So we're gonna start off with some butter in our bowl here. We're gonna get that beaten with our, let's put it this way so I can actually pick it up when I need to. With our sugar. So we got brown sugar and granulated sugar, both going in. And we're just going to beat that until it's fluffy. So we'll probably like 5 minutes or so. And I am using this, although it's gonna make so much noise. Well, you guys won't hear it because I'm literally going to just do this. I'm gonna just get this all buttered. That way it does not make a bunch of noise, because I'm gonna hear it. In this video, we're gonna try the plop it in and mix it method. So I'm literally gonna plop it in, and we're gonna mix it. I don't have this plugged in. Alright, guess what reached? Alright, so this is as fluffy as it's gonna get. Oh, I didn't mean to. I put it in my dry bowl. Oh well, life will go on. A little dry early isn't gonna do anything. Alright, now the fun part. We're gonna put the eggs in one at a time. And the vanilla. I'm gonna put the vanilla now though, because I don't want to forget it. Alright, this is where it gets fun, because I'm not very good at this one piece, so we're just gonna try our best. Ooh, it worked. It put one in. Heck yeah. Okay. So we're gonna put it in, plop it in, mix it up. Alright, we're all mixed up here, and I also realized I had my phone out. Alright, one thing to note, make sure your stuff is room temp, because it will make such a difference. Oddly enough, this apparently wasn't room temp enough because I see a little bit of separation in mine, which I find interesting because of the fact that I had stuff sitting out for like 5 hours, but apparently that wasn't enough. Even the butter was definitely room temp and squeezable. And the same thing with the milk I have right here. So, and the eggs too, they were also room temp. They've been sitting out for a while. And they were not cold when I put them in the bowl, that's for darn sure. Oh well, we work with what we got. I'm just gonna scrape this down a little bit. So, with the dry and the wet, we got some buttermilk and we got our dry. So we're gonna alternate. Starting with the dry, ending with the dry. So in the dry, we have our flour, cocoa powder, cinnamon, salt, and baking soda. And I'm gonna do the dry in thirds and the milk in half. So, do my best here. Which will probably still be a mess. It always is. I mean, look at it. It's still, it's a mess. I don't know, was that half or a third? I don't know. We'll call that good. Alright, and then I'm gonna put the wonderful shield on, the mixing shield, because darn it, because this supposedly should, darn it, it should help with the mixing process. I don't get a big dust cloud at me, and I can also just do this so it doesn't come out here. Alright, let's see how well this goes, because we're gonna mix it up a bit, then stream this in, and go from there. Anyways, plop it in, mix it up.
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really.
Alright, have any dry bits anywhere? No. Other than the top, obviously. I'll just like do this so I can make sure there's no trapped dry bits. I don't see any. Yep, I think we're good. Okay. So, there's that. My hands are gross. I'm really mad. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we're back. Cleaned up, mixed by hand. Here are the liners. They're just like a black, maybe it's just a dark brown, I don't know. But they're just simple Wilton ones. So this is a thick batter. It's also a big batter. So this is perfect for a Scoopy Boy. There is a lot of leavener, so just make sure you don't fill this too much, because it's probably going to get a pretty decent rise. So just be careful with that. So I'd say no more than 3/4. Like, absolutely do not go past 3/4. Because I'm sure it will be regretted heavily. I do not know this will make more than 24 cupcakes. We will find out. But let's just fast forward through this part. Alright guys, so I got these all filled in. They're pretty close to 3/4. I might have one's a little short. But anyways, we're gonna place in the oven for, I don't know because it's from a cake recipe, so I'm gonna say check them at 16 minutes and kind of go up in 1 minute increments from there. Because really just looking for them to be springy from the middle, so you can lightly press in the middle and it springs back immediately, they're good. If you press in the middle and they sink, you done check them too early. Alright, back when they're finished. Alright guys, I am back. So I have my lovely cupcakes. Mine ended up taking 18 minutes, which is great, not too long. This is already nice and cooled off, so I'm just going to go ahead and get our chocolate frosting mix. I'm making chocolate frosting for them, and then I'm going to do some shaved chocolate on top. So this is a very, very simple chocolate recipe for, well, chocolate buttercream. Got butter, vanilla, and salt in the bowl right here. I got confectioner sugar, and I got melted, cooled chocolates. So this is room temp at this point. So you don't want to melt your butter, obviously. So this is a mixture of semi-sweet and unsweetened chocolate. That way you have a balance, so you don't have too sweet. It's not hard to get too sweet with frosting. So literally it's a plop it in and mix kind of thing. So I'm gonna beat my butter just to get it going, and then I'm gonna go in with the confectioner sugar. So we are back. Alright, so I got my confectioner sugar all mixed in, made it pretty well blended, and now we're just going to get our chocolate in here. So this is the fun part, because once chocolate cools, it doesn't like to move very much. And again, make sure it is cooled to room temp, because your butter is already room temp. So if you add in hot chocolate, you're gonna melt it, like guaranteed. If it was cold butter, you'd get away with it probably, but not so much hot. This is also ongoing anyway. Alright, and then while I'm at it, I'm gonna scrape down my sides real quick. Yeah, I knew there'd be a little bit left over. Alright, I'm just gonna wipe this down a little, get that chocolate. Alright. And then, again, plop it in, mix it up. And you want it so it's nice and fluffy. Alright guys, we're back. So we got our cupcakes, got a buttercream, I got some chocolate, some shavings on here, and a vegetable peeler. I don't normally do it that way, but I figured why not try it for once. Alright. I also don't know where my tripod for my phone is, so I can't get a close-up shot. So I'm really sorry. And I think this chocolate frosting will be pretty good on its own. I'm not gonna use a swirl for these. I kind of want to do the nice, like, rounded frosting style in this case. I think it will look a little nicer, just because these are rather domed in a sense, a pretty rounded dome. So sometimes it's easier to not do what I would like to do. I like doing swirls. I really do. They just look nice. But sometimes you don't want to do that. Alright. And with this, as you may have noticed, I do not have a tip in here. You don't need a tip to do a dough, like a frosting. You just don't. Does it make it easier? Sometimes, absolutely it does. If you're not good at cutting a straight line, I guess. I mean, with a piping bag, it's pretty easy overall to do a pretty straight line, in my opinion, but not the same for everybody. Just make sure you make it big enough. Because if you don't, it's not going to do what you want. Alright. So move this aside. Oh no! Leg is collapsing. Tasty. Oh my god!
In the arms of the angel.
Alright. So. To make life a little easier, I am going to keep my bowl right here so I can just siphon off what I don't need. Alright. So the key to doing this, and I don't do it perfectly, so this is literally how to do it not terribly. You don't put it directly on the cupcake, because that's going to smush it and it's just going to spread up. Kind of like how my arms didn't go evenly. Just like that. So, you know, hold it just above. The frosting can touch, that's fine. And you're just going to squeeze, and I like to kind of move my bag around a little, and then flick. Although that didn't flick very well, unfortunately. I probably could have loosened this frosting a bit now that I think about it, but there we go. So, doesn't have to be perfect. Because we're putting chocolate on top, and honestly, no one's going to pay attention to how well you flicked your frosting. Unfortunately, I don't have enough left over, but that's okay, because I'm probably going to frost a couple by hand anyways. So, now the fun part. I'm going to move this out of my way. And we're going to do some shavings. So this is baking chocolate. You can definitely use regular chocolate. Just make sure it's not, you know, too chocolatey. This is 56%. So 60% roughly is what you'll find in most, like, regular bars of chocolate, which is fine. It's semi-sweet. You can use milk chocolate if you want to use milk chocolate. There we go. So I'm just using a little 1/4 ounce thing of it, you know, nothing in a large amount. I need to also take care of that. Alright, now fun part. I'm gonna move these slightly out of the way. So I'm not, oh, maybe I shouldn't. I'll just do this, whatever. So, I'm not very good at this, so I'm gonna practice real quick, just to make sure. Okay, so this one is more shaving, which is fine. I wanted to make ribbons, but I don't think I'm gonna get ribbons, but it is grating the way I want to, so you know what, I'll keep this over here. The last thing is I want a bit of white chocolate, which isn't really chocolate. It is quite literally cocoa butter that's been sweetened. But hey, I like it. Alright, so this I'm gonna be careful because I don't want a lot of this because it's white chocolate. It's very sweet. So you gotta be careful not to put too much. You still want to be pretty. Alright? This is not working. Well, we're just gonna rip. There we go. Alright. So this one, the same. I'm just gonna... Perfect. Let's break a cube off. And then I'm gonna just... See, this does the peels like I want, which is fine. You know what? We'll just peel it into here. My hand is melting this so quickly. Literally, once you get into this, it's not going to be easy. So, I'm just going to gently place this part on top. Trying to be careful so I don't squish it. because obviously that's really gonna melt it. So. Like, I'm trying to be so careful, guys. Alright. Okay, that's it. Alright, guys. Where's the smallest one? Right here. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a test run. Oh. Not surprised the Wilton wrapper is peeling a little bit. But, I mean, a lot of them do that. The real thing is, does it taste good? Alright. Ooh, very squishy. That is chocolate heaven. I'm gonna take this little peel right here. Let's put it right on top. This is just, oh, it's so good. It's fluffy, it's moist, with the rich chocolate frosting. All you really is just, you're just chocolate. So if you are a chocolate lover, this is just chocolate. That's all you're tasting. And I hope so, because it's chocolate on chocolate. Suddenly, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Just if you can, make your hands cold when handling the chocolate. I'm gonna let you guys go, and see you next time. Bye.